Hello and welcome to the Metal Cell. My name's Richie. I'm delighted to say I've been joined by Liam and Jim from the Dirty Casuals. How are you, lads?
How are you getting on?
Too bad,
So, you found the place. I'm just going to have to kind of talk about the bus story first. So I'm standing there texting the lads in Castlemartyr waiting for collection, and everybody gets off the bus and the bus heads away and no sign of the two lads. Do you want to take it over from there, Jim?
We were really getting into this one Tool song that we've definitely never heard before. So the two of us there talking absolute tripe to each other, and then I get a message like, "Oh, that's sure we're not in Castlemartyr at all." And then I was like, "Oh no, we are." So we had to run down on the bus, tripping over people, and tell the bus driver to stop. And he just looks so angry. He's like,
"Oh really? Was he pissed off?"
He kind of like, this is part of the job. We should get off at the stop.
Oh,
but
Jesus Christ!
He didn't really, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it was a good start anyway. Because it's funny as well, because I've been trying to get Jim, and Jim is trying to get on this show, but just every time we tried to plan something, there was one of us couldn't make it, wasn't it?
It was always
it was really complicated, wasn't it, with work and everything. Yeah. So I'm delighted you made it, man. Just about. So let's talk about life first of all with you. The latest bit of news is you've changed your logo sign.
Yeah, we've changed that. It's the old MS Paint logo is gone now.
Yeah.
It served its purpose. It's time to start moving on and actually have a decent image to build for ourselves.
Yeah, it looks kind of tribal as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colin, obviously.
Shout out to Colin, man,
Yeah.
and Zora as well.
Yeah.
But it's like yourself as well, Colin has been trying to get us for ages to actually do something. But he's like, I want to design your artwork. I want to do your logo, and we finally we got the money together for him.
Deadly. What do you think of it, Liam? Are you happy with it?
I think it's great, yeah. I thought even just the moon at the bottom was a nice touch. I never
Yeah.
would have thought of it.
Yeah, it's nice actually at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, and he still tried to keep it as well, true to what we were doing with the whole D and C overlapping each other and stuff like
Yes,
that.
yeah.
It's really good. Just
But readable.
but readable.
readable,
just
yeah.
about readable.
And were you kind of behind the original design?
No, Sammy the drummer.
Oh, was it? Okay, cool.
Sammy does a lot more for the band than he gets credit.
Okay.
He's a good boy. he's like the ringleader. Just because we're all sick of listening to him.
There's always one of them in the band, isn't there?
Oh, stop! He has so many opinions.
And did he contribute then to the design of the first EP as well? At a guess now, I'm just guessing. No, how'd that come about?
Ava Hayes, actually, I contacted her because I always liked her artwork, and I gave her the ideas, and she came up with the planet and the spaceship and all that jazz, and it was pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
So I was happy with that, but there was more of a story for that EP, so we kind of had to fit something that tied into it.
Okay, go on, explain.
Oh Jesus, the story.
You're on a podcast,
yeah,
man.
so the story.
We need to hear stories.
The story originally was, it was from the point of view of the Cuban War, or the Cuban Missile Crisis, sorry.
Right.
But like, if it had gone arseways.
Yeah.
So if America had actually invaded. So Upon Us is about like when America invades Cuba.
Right.
Jim Boy Destroys Planet Earth is about like me, obviously.
Yeah.
I find a radioactive sandwich that makes me massively big, and I start destroying the planet. Sandwich is about the sandwich.
Class.
Light and Dark Matter is about floating through space forever.
What a song. I absolutely love that song. It's my favourite song.
So much potential in that song, Nick.
That
was mostly Sammy, actually.
Yeah.
We gave him the parts, and he arranged everything, and he did a great job with it.
He did a great job, yeah. And who did you get to record that with?
Owen Hayes
Hayes.
well, from Rebel Recording and Screams from the Attic.
Yeah, how did you come across him?
He was always floating about. I can't remember exactly how I met Owen, because we had recorded our 3-track demo with, I think it was Arthur O'Leary or Art O'Leary or something like that.
Right.
I really can't remember his name.
Okay.
This was about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then I contacted Paul in Rebel, or in Bubble, or sorry, what's it called, because it's the same building.
Yeah.
And he said, oh yeah, sure, get on to Owen, I'll give you his number. Talked to Owen, I went in and met him, and I was like, I know you from somewhere. And I'd seen one of his other bands before, so like goth rock.
Oh, was this really?
Yeah, it was really cool. Like Owen's really into his like Depeche Mode and all that kind of stuff, and the Misfits, and he's a cool dude. He's
good choice there. So writing it then, Jim, how did you approach it? I know at the time you still hadn't a singer. So kind of, was it just kind of, you had the basic tracks demoed, and then went in then with just the plan to
went in with our ideas and stuff like that. Yeah, no, we'd written the songs, and then we were like, okay, we'll go in and we'll spend an inordinate amount of time actually listening back and going, we need to change this, we need to add more here. And Owen actually, for a lot of it, was like, you guys should throw in this. Right. Throw in piano here, we should throw in this and reverse that here, and throw in a nice little touch, we should pan the audio at these parts. And
so he helped a lot.
He really did help a lot, like he had so many good suggestions, and I'm very thankful for that, and that's why we're going back to him now for our next release.
So when he released the original Light and Dark Matter one, so listeners wouldn't know, it was an instrumental album, obviously.
It was, yeah.
And like, you got good reviews as well. Yeah,
we got fairly good reviews. I was going to do some vocals on it, but the week I was meant to do the vocals, I broke my ribs in work. So I
could have came out a high-pitched wail, maybe.
Lord knows I love the whales. I tried really hard, and like Owen still has some of the audio of me doing it, but like
no,
really hurt.
Wasn't going to work.
It was really painful.
Yeah, because I read a review then on, was it the Bucket List?
Bucket List Music.
Did you see that review? Yeah, just fucking harsh, man. But you know, he kind of made the point that it was, he spotted that it was half cooked. Half cooked, yeah.
And it did need vocals. I really agreed with him when he said, you know, I felt there was parts I wanted to sing along, but there was nothing to.
Yeah. So then, which kind of brings us nicely along to Liam's introduction. So Liam, how did the lads find you, or what were you up to anyway before this? Before you even met the lads? Were you in other bands? Or?
No, this is my first band I've ever been in. I met Jim in college. We went to Stefan Afa, and he was saying that I think their guitarist left. So I said, that I'd fill in for them. We played this one gig in Waterford. And then it was just one practice. I asked if I could sing for them, so just improvise some lyrics.
Yeah.
And from there on out, I started singing. I think I sang the first time I sang with them was in Fred's.
Right.
That was like the end of last year, just
CIT
improvised.
Music Society gig or something like that.
Okay.
I just improvised some weird lyrics.
Yeah.
Then it was Jim gave me the concept
Okay.
of each song,
Yeah.
and I just worked on it from there on out.
Yeah. Because like, I mean, it is interesting to listen to, especially Light and Dark Matter, with the vocals and without the vocals, you know, because it's a great song without the vocals. But then when you hear Liam coming through with, what would you call, a few screams and some good vocals as well on top of it, then
Thank you.
it's great, man. It's a different beast, isn't it? Then
Yeah, no, it was a whole new band once Liam joined.
yeah,
I think he was the cog that we were missing, like
yeah.
that one little piece of the puzzle.
So you went back then into the studio in was it around February or was it?
No, I'd say
When was it?
was it like December of 2018?
Okay.
I think it was it was just around. It was before we done that gig with Screams from the Attic. Up in the Spalpeen.
Yeah.
I think that was in December. We hope so. Anyway, we'll say it is for now.
Yeah. And was it Owen was
Owen again.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
I think we're always going to go back to Owen.
Yeah. He guided it through.
Owen's a good guy.
So you then released it then on Spotify with the complete vocals.
Yeah, we needed to put it back out because, I mean, Liam is a very important part of it now, and
yeah, absolutely.
what he added to it, I think people needed to hear.
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than just keep it the way it is.
Yeah, yeah. So like you've been, Jesus, like for a band, I've never come across a band that gigs so much as you do. It's fantastic, you know. Like, is it just like scattergun approach, or you know, a lot of it?
I think, yeah. I mean, as well, like it's kind of forcing ourselves into like the scene because you know there's people putting on gigs, and you know when you see someone put on a gig as well, you kind of always think, oh, I wish I was doing a gig that week as well. And it's very easy sometimes to just go, do you know what, I'm just going to go in, I'm going to ask, going to chance my arm, and we've been very lucky with the amount of gigs.
Yeah.
And as well, like the amount of people around Cork, Limerick, Galway, Dublin or whatever, or even, you know, back in Clonmel, like I have a couple of people who will give me a gig anytime I want and stuff like that. And it's just doing as many gigs as we can because we enjoy it more than anything else, and I think that's the most important.
Yeah, but you're also like you're sharpening your chops, basically, you know what I mean?
We're really gelling now as a band, finally.
Yeah, I mean, so like, and when you go into a studio, like, I mean, you should be able to nail it fairly fast as well, you know?
We're near, almost, I'd say we've, another 2 or 3 hours of recording left to do before we bring out the next stuff.
Right, is it going to be an EP or an album?
It's only 3 songs, so that's the thing, so we might just release them all as 3 singles and leave it at that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But it'll be good anyway.
Are you going to do a video for one of them? I think you should, you know.
Yeah, I've had ideas for videos.
Cool.
Going to do it in Fred's because Fred's is loyal.
Fred's is your home, man.
Fred's is our home, like, they love us. The amount of times I've gotten a text off the lads in Fred's and they've been like, band pulled out for Saturday, any chance you can scrap together a gig?
Yeah.
We'll give you the venue for free. And I've been like, I guess.
Yeah, class, man.
It always works out. Like, I like the free gigs in Fred's. I think it needs to be done more often.
Yeah, and the spirit of independence as well.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean,
just something to do.
There's a lot of you organising gigs yourselves as well, you know, which is great, you know, because sometimes, you know, you can't just rely on promoters and hope that bands are coming through, you know. There's a great sense of community in Cork that way as well, you know.
There really is. Like some of the bands as well, like Crows and God Alone and all of them, they put on their own DIY gigs. Yeah. And they're great to see, and, you know, our Chaos are the same as well. Yeah. You know, they don't really contact promoters too much. They kind of wait for them to contact. And that's why how crucial Fred's is as well. They're accommodating that way, aren't they? Fred's is the home, I think. Yeah. You don't like metal and not go to Fred's. I think it's a staple of Cork. It's one of the reasons I moved down. Like when I started the band originally, I had been coming down maybe once a month to practice. I'd stay for 2 days, practice for 2 days, and I'd go home. But Rory, the bass player, would always be like, I'm heading into Fred's there. Yeah. With his big Mahan accent on him. Yeah.
Funny enough as well, my first time in Fred's was for a Dirty Casuals gig.
Was it really? Yeah.
I was at their EP launch for Light and Dark Matter. That's
cool. Huh? Amazing, huh?
Amazing. He's come full circle now.
Full circle, yeah. Jesus.
Went from innocent fanboy to
So, Magneto's not a fucking colour, and Hail Lord Snail, are they two?
Magenta is not a colour.
Was it magenta?
Magenta, yeah. It's not a colour, it's a shade.
Right.
Shades. No, we've changed the name of that. Liam just wanted to call it was Burning Tree.
Burning Tree, yeah.
Right.
It's about heroin. Very cheery topic there.
But so are they actually two of the songs that are going to make it to the final cut, or?
Yeah, those two, and Psychedelic Earworm as well.
Okay.
That one is on you. We put it up on the YouTube channel actually because we kind of forgot we had a YouTube channel for a while.
Classic.
We're too busy.
Yeah, gigging and stuff. So kind of as well as that, like you're very good on social media. If you're into Facebook and stuff, there's always a presence there of the dirty casuals commenting on something or other. Like
it's the memes.
Who's the main Jim?
That would be me, yeah. I do as well. I have one of my friends. He helps me as well. He gives me a few ideas, and we work on that. I was walking down Oliver Plunkett Street, and we saw I think it was a hair salon, and the lady had one of the staff come out, and she took a nice photo of her there, and I kind of sussed, right, that's going on Instagram, and it's going to be a post. Oh, come in today, Chloe's on, we're doing a deal. But at the same time, I was kind of thinking I wouldn't be enticed to go into that. If I saw this hair salon go up and be like, here, don't go to Lloyd's Pharmacy, they're a bunch of rats. Or something, a picture, and they Photoshop themselves into it somehow. That kind of catches people's eyes more than anything. And
it does. Like even the kind of Grey Stag ones as
Grey
well.
Stag
like, they're just
are
pure
brilliant for
fucking...
stop. The what's the one they put up today? Chunks or something
Yeah.
like that. It's actually like
It's pure like kind of cut and base.
yeah,
like
they really don't take themselves seriously, and I really admire that about
Yeah,
them because
yeah.
when you see them, then you're like, Jesus Christ, they're amazing, they're so good, they're so tight, and all this, and
Yeah. And there's that side to them as well.
yeah,
isn't
and
there?
then the humor on them is absolutely gas, and you don't need to take yourself too seriously as well.
No, fuck
You need
it.
to have
I mean,
a laugh.
yeah.
You're here for a good time, not a long time.
Kind of, what about this? We've an upcoming festival coming up, Overdose Festival.
Overdose, yeah, that's
Yeah,
up
we
on
give that a
Saturday.
plug.
Oh yeah, Overdose, yeah, and the Turner are the ones who are organising most of that, so shout out to them.
So just kind of go through the Lord Reverend Mongo.
Lord
Jones
Reverend Mongo
and
Jones.
the Coat Hanger
They're a
Solution.
fairly new band
Yeah.
on the scene there. I think
Have you come across them?
I haven't, no.
Right.
Honestly, haven't. The first time I heard of them was I heard their name and I thought, obviously, that's a great name.
That's a great name. Yeah.
Where they got it from, I don't know. I think we're playing with them as well in Fibbers on the 6th. I
Right.
don't know if they've been announced yet, but I'm fairly sure
Right.
it's meant to be them anyway.
Then there's POC official band.
POC, yeah.
What's this about?
POC, they change the meaning of POC at every gig. So I think last time it was Pigs on Crack.
Okay.
It was People of Colour another time.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
they do a lot. It's really like Melvin's kind of
Okay.
two-piece, very fuzzy, bluesy
Nice.
stoner shit. It's mental.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did. The drummer is the singer, which is crazy.
I love drummers. Like there's a few of them around, but like,
There's not many singing drummers that I've seen anyway, apart
Yeah.
from obviously Ed from the Magna Pina. He's the only
Yeah.
one I've seen.
yeah,
But yeah, no, it's POC or something else like.
cool. And then there's the Turn.
The Turn, yeah, I mean, a dead woman's still paying for their Netflix. I mention that every time. I had them for the first ever Seshtival when we put it on in Clonmel. I can't remember what band it was exactly that pulled out, but they were the first band on, and Colin from Zora, who's helped me organise, was like, don't worry, I'll sort it.
Yeah,
And then the day before, he's like, we got the Turn. And I was like, cool, I've never heard of them.
yeah.
And he was like, they're a punk band, they're great. And sure, I know all the lads in the Turn now, and
Where are they from?
they're all from Limerick,
Okay,
except for Ciara. She's originally from Clare, but she lives in Limerick.
right. And
John,
then,
the singer, is from Limerick as well, and so is Aaron, and Jack, I believe is the drummer's name. Don't crucify me if I got it wrong,
yeah,
Jack, please.
yeah. I mean, fucking hell, I'd love to know now how many active bands are in Limerick. It's interesting, isn't
As
it?
far as I know, it's the Turns, a lot called Zero. Yeah.
Fucking class. Steiner.
Zero are brilliant.
Yeah.
They were amazing in Metal United.
Yeah,
I
weren't
thought, I thought they were fantastic.
Just
Like,
pure fucking nailing it, like. And that's the best way to describe it. They
and
were
then
just
even
fucking
I was
nailing it.
hanging out with them upstairs, and two of the most chill, down to earth guys. They didn't
Yeah.
raise their voice. They didn't,
Yeah.
they were just so lovely to be around.
And we've Steiner as well.
Steiner as well, yeah,
And
kind of
Toombs.
grungy. Toombs, Alex are
We
big
could
sexy.
we could,
as
we could continue.
We could
there.
keep
There's,
going.
There's
It's-
quite a fucking lot.
There
like.
is, yeah. The more I think about it, what was that band I saw? They opened for the Black Dahlia Murder. was really funny because the drummer nearly didn't make it because he got arrested by the guards like 2 hours beforehand for driving stoned. Absolute legend.
Fuck.
Yeah, but he made it in the end anyway. I can't remember the name of the band. That night was something else.
Was it really?
Yeah, Black Dahlia Murder was great.
Yeah, it's great that fucking Dolan's can host these bands.
Yeah,
you know?
and I mean, like the main stage in Dolan's is big enough that it feels. I mean, I think it's, you know, a nicer venue than like the likes of the Academy or something like that.
Yeah.
It's got a perfect size stage. The crowd, you know, you can fit them all in nicely, and the bar is right fucking there.
It's perfect.
Great.
The bar is perfect. Like, would you believe the last gig I was there was Alien Ant Farm and POD.
Oh, I'm so gutted I missed that.
Yeah, are you a fan? Yeah.
Oh, I love POD.
Yeah, fucking
Amazing.
hell. I didn't know much about him, but it was just one of those nights where there was nothing on. I was off the next day, so I said, fuck it, I'm going to go up and have a look, you know. And I did a bit of research on fucking Alien Ant Farm, apart from that fucking one song.
Smooth.
But, you know, Jesus. But actually, a lot of their stuff is dark enough, you know.
Yeah.
So I was surprised at that. And then POD, like, Jesus Christ, they were fucking unbelievable on the night.
Yeah.
They were absolutely fantastic.
I would have gone if I could have. Like,
From a guy that just didn't know anything about him. But of
Yeah.
course, here comes the boom, and you know,
Alive, or is that the name of the song? I
I'm
Feel So
Still
Alive.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Youth of the Nation is another.
Youth of the
Youth-
Nation,
yeah.
actually, I forget
It's
about
like,
that one.
yeah, and they had a fucking ball there because the place was jammed.
Yeah.
You know, and they just really, really fucking gave it all, you know. But these are seasoned musicians as well, you know what I mean?
They've been going since the late 90s anyway.
So that's the reason why I went as well. I said, fuck it, lads. If these guys can't put on a performance, nobody can, you know. And it was great to be in Dolan's in Limerick, and then a short spin home to Cork. Happy out.
Yeah, I mean, it's great as well, like going up and down to Limerick. I was €19 on the bus,
Yeah.
and it takes
Yeah.
about an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's a lot more going on in Limerick now, I've noticed, and like a Turner, one of the bands who are actually really putting on stuff there and
Yeah.
trying to get things going. So that's where we stand with Overdose anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah, and there's post punk Podge.
Jeez, my first interaction with Podge was when he was in Tractor Bomb.
Tractor Bomb. Great
Tractor Bomb.
name.
Oh man, folk, trad, punk, something.
Right.
Mental. Absolutely mad songs about the Ra and everything. Like, it's crazy. It was our first ever gig in Clonmel. Like, we'd only been set up as a band about a month, and I found out they were putting on a punk night in Clonmel where the Audible Joes were headlining.
Yeah, who are also playing this as well.
They are,
Yeah.
Big Sexy Mick.
Yeah.
Mick is some man. They just got back from Rebellion as well. Like, they look like they had a great time over there.
Right.
And it's well deserved as well. The shows have been going for so long. They've been putting so much into their shows. Like,
Yeah.
they're really great at writing punk songs as well. They kind of push the envelope, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. They don't just stick to the formula of I'm angry.
Yeah.
You know, they really try.
And as well, like yourselves, they're fucking gigging everywhere. You know?
You can't turn a corner and not run into the Audible Joes.
Yeah.
Like, they're everywhere and anywhere. They're good lads. But yeah, it was us, Tractor Bomb, Team Tune Boy. They're another punk band who are gigging again, I think. I think I heard someone say that recently. Takers and Users, another band. They were from Carlow, I think it was. Tractor Bomb and Audible Joes. So that was our first gig. But like, it was mad. You know, we played a gig with the Joes a while ago back in Fred's with POC and the Turn, and it was funny to see things come full circle. Like,
Yeah.
see the Joes out there in the mosh pit for our set.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I read about it actually, and someone was slagging on Facebook over it. You know,
Yeah.
the boys were
The boy-
giving it holly.
Yeah, they were going mad, and I just, you know, it's nice to see that you do get the support back if you show
Yeah.
it to the lads as well.
Yeah.
That was a good night.
So do you know, we'll say with the Siege, the last time we played the Siege, I I caught your show, you know, and
burlesque
I wasn't sure what to look at, either you in the leather dress or the other lads giving it holly, you know. But
And then poor Sammy on the drums, just like, I do not want to be associated with these lads at all. Like,
so where did the dress thing come from?
I was doing a gig with Red Sun Alert for Stand Against Violence or something like that.
Okay.
A fundraiser for Sexual Violence Centre in
Right.
Cork. We were doing it in where were we doing it? Cypress Avenue.
Yeah.
And Julia, I think I suggested the idea, or maybe Julia did. One of us was like, oh, all the guys should wear the dresses, and because it was amidst the time of that whole there was a rape trial or something in Cork where one of the main reasons the guy got off,
that's right,
the girl
yeah,
she was wearing some kind of underwear or
yes,
something
right,
like
yeah,
that.
it was fucking crazy.
Absolutely, like that wasn't obviously the main factor.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
but
fact that was mentioned,
that got the headlines.
That exactly, that was the thing they put out, and everyone focused on that.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be a great idea if we all wore the dresses.
Yeah.
As the guys, show like solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going to write like like slut, asking for it, rape me, all this kind of stuff over me, and I've started doing that more at our shows now, just because I think I did it. I was like, yep, I like this now.
Yeah,
this works. It's the shock value, and it's the whole thing of just being a little bit different.
Yeah, and like because you did spend a few bob on the leather dress. Where's the other dress?
Some of the dresses I've gotten from charity shops, and I've just snipped them up, and I'm like, yep, I look like I've dragged through a ditch, like.
Yeah.
One of the dresses belonged to my fucking sister.
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
I will call her, I promise.
Oh God! But the reason why I find it funny was because in my previous band, Remedy, I was the one actually wearing a dress as well.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, they're there. The pictures are there on Facebook if you look hard enough.
I will find them.
So I started off with a lovely floral number that an ex-girlfriend gave to me.
Yeah, you all start tame, I think.
Yeah, and kind of they got more riskier as as I played.
I saw. Have you heard of the Neils, the band? They're a punk band from Dublin.
Right. No.
I saw them the other night, and I've never been more embarrassed because this man pushes the boundaries on what's weird and what's not weird.
Okay. Now, if he freaks you out, that's
that's
a high
something
compliment.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me anyway. He dressed up like what's that movie? Clockwork Orange.
Okay.
Kind of look like those guys at the
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
And
With the
bowler
bowler hats
hat,
and the
he
white.
had fishnets going over his eyes, the white kind of the chest piece jacket, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And then as the set went on, he pulled down his pants. He had a strap on, which was one thing. And then 2 minutes later, he pulled down his pants completely, and he had like a fake, like, clit and vagina and all that kind of stuff, pants on.
Jesus Christ.
Then it's the very end of the song, and people were telling her, like, wait till the end, wait till you see what he does. And they're playing Gay Bar by Electric Six, and I was like, cool. Love that song. And then he pulls down his pants, shows his arse to everyone, puts a firecracker up there, lights it, continues singing. I have a video of it on my phone. It's something else. And then he takes the firecracker out, puts it in his mouth, and he's dancing away and just
fucking hell.
So if he can do that, I can definitely do it with that.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's mental. But the last time I wore the dress actually was in Youghal. There was a Debs. So our band was picked to play for the Debs. I don't know. Do you know what a Debs is? Yeah,
I've been to a Debs. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of when a guy invites a girl to. It's probably the last.
It's French for like the debutante. That was the ball they used to have when they leave school. So.
Yeah, when they leave school. That's basically it. Yeah. So we got the gig anyway. There was a few bands in for, but we got the gig, and of course I thought it'd be a great idea to debut my newest dress, and.
Pardon the pun, like.
Yeah, and of course the fucking parents' committee consisted of nuns and a few elder members of the all society. So fuck it. Of course, when we hit the stage anyway, there was this nun made a beeline towards us, just to fucking take us completely out, But like one or two of the girls got involved anyway, so there was a big kind of to and fro thing anyway. But we were allowed. Finish the set anyway, and it was a great night,
Yeah.
But of course, then we weren't getting the money then, so they refused to pay us because of me in the dress, So this is back in probably 91, So
I think it'd be that back in the 90s at least. Jesus.
But so long story short, anyway, we got paid when all the girls did a whip around for the band, but we never got money off the parents' committee,
Jesus Christ.
So so there's another part of my history there that
deep dark history.
But I would have loved your leather dress though, Jim.
Yeah. I loved it too. The strap broke the last day.
Did it?
Yeah, I have to get something new.
It's too much manhandling, man.
Stop. I get absolutely abused at the shows.
You do,
Yeah, I've had fingers in orifices I didn't
No.
Sure.
Oh God.
I would not condone that carry on at any show.
Lads being lads.
Yeah, lads on tour.
Well, I mean, like, what's it from your point of view, Liam? I mean, you're trying to concentrate on singing.
I don't know. He's quite attractive.
Oh, lads. So, is there any change in direction with the music? Actually, are you happy enough where you are? Or are you kind of going a bit different?
I think since Liam joined anyway, we've definitely been changing. Him and Sammy are like, they're like this, you know, when it comes to writing songs and ideas, and you know, we have a constant joke where it was like, yeah, that's good, but like, can you play it in 4/4? And we all kind of look at each other like, nah, let's not do that. Let's make it as weird as possible. And we've taken some ideas, like you've heard Hail Lord Snail.
Yeah.
You know, it starts off jazzy, it goes doomy, and then it comes in with a
yeah.
You know, we're trying to be a little bit different and trying to see what works for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
which is always fun.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of compare you as well. God Alone again are just really hard to kind of
pin down.
Yeah,
I mean, like, they're post metal, but there's an enormous amount of genres in their music. Like,
there is, yeah. I mean, sure. What have you been described? You're probably been described as a sludge band,
sludgy
groove.
Yeah, exactly.
That,
a bit of doom.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, it's cool that you're kind of moving through
the gears. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to pin yourself down as well, and I don't think many bands want that.
It depends on the personnel in the band as well, doesn't it? You know,
that's what I found anyway. Yeah.
It's important to kind of have a collective mind as well.
Yeah, and I think that would be the difference between like bands that have a certain direction. Maybe it's just one person's idea, and the lads are obviously happy to go with that.
Yes, I think that happens a fair bit.
Then there's us, and then we're like, we're just happy to do what we want. If we like it, we'll do it, and no two songs sound the same anyway.
Yeah,
that'd be the idea.
So kind of, what are you looking forward to the next few months anyway? Obviously, when have you a date decided with that? For the recordings, maybe a single releases yet, roughly?
By the end of the month it will be done, and once it's done, we have the date picked, but we won't release that
that's fair enough. Yeah.
As far as that goes, I mean, we have the festival on the 24th at Overdose in the Milk Market.
Yeah.
Then it's the 6th of September in Fibbers. Then
do you enjoy Fibbers?
I love Fibbers.
Yeah, it's a great spot, isn't it?
The sound engineer, the sound up there, the equipment they have is just all spot on. And Mikey from OD Promotions is just, he's so handy to be in contact with. He will approach you more than you'll approach him for gigs. He'll always think of you because you know, if you're good to him, he's twice as good back.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's great to be in Fibbers as well. Like, it's nice to get out of Cork.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've good crew going up there as well. Like,
yeah, we always have. You know, we've the Fred's Loyals, as we call them.
Yeah.
Like, we could organise a bus at some point, like, you know, and lads on tour.
Yes. And like, wouldn't it be great to get across to the UK and Europe as well?
Yeah.
Anything?
We got offered the Rabbit Fest there. It was yesterday, would have been our slot, but Sammy was gone to Armenia, so we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But like, Conan were on the bill and everything, and
yeah, they were brilliant when they came to Cork, weren't they?
Yeah, they were amazing.
Jesus.
They played up in Dublin with 10 Ton Slug, I think it was.
Yeah.
And what other band was it? Two Tales of Woe?
Two Tales of Woe, yeah.
Yeah, they played with them, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. So it would have been great to be on a bill with them, but... So
why is Sammy in Armenia?
His family are all from Armenia.
Okay.
He's an Armenian boy, yeah. He's representing the country hard. I'm sure you saw at Siege, we had the giant Armenia flag behind us.
I was wondering what that was about, actually.
So many people were like, why'd you have the gay pride flag up? And I was like, oh God, don't say that. Sammy will actually snap.
Oh, God.
Stop. We met Sammy when he was... Well, I met Sammy when he was 12.
Right.
He put an ad up.
Serious?
Yeah, he's 12 years of age, put an ad up on Dundee. Hi, I'd like to join a band. Love Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And me being me, I was like, yeah, cool, we'll give him a chance. And I was like, oh, he's really good. So we kept him on, and it's been mad watching him grow.
Yeah.
From a 12-year-old, he'll be 17 now soon, and
Jesus, is he? I thought he was actually older than that.
Yeah, no, everyone does. He's after sprouting, like, he's huge. He's bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
He's gonna pass out Rory soon.
And like. Was he in Clonmel Gym? Was he? Where did
he was in
Cork?
He was in Cork. Me and my friend Kevin, who started the band, we lived in Clonmel, and we would come down once a month, practice with him. And Kevin, or no, Sammy texted us one day and he's like, "Oh, I might have a bass player." And then we went to practice, and this big blundering fiend that happened to be Rory just boots the door in with his massive like military boots and his army jacket. And, "What's crack, boy?"
And
that's how Rory tried. He just kicked the door in one day.
Yeah. And are any of you in other bands? I know you were with Red Sun Alert for a while, Jim.
Rory's in Following the Signs with Dan, our old singer.
Okay.
The two of them have been in bands for absolutely years. Two of them are best of friends. Like,
yeah.
Love Dan as well. Like, never had any bad feelings with Dan when he left the band.
Right.
We still call around. We still hang out, watch wrestling, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Sammy is in the Rebel Brass Band.
Right.
And he'll kill me for saying it, but he was on the Late Late Toy Show last year.
Oh my God.
Go find the clip. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
It's the first time I've ever seen him smile as well.
He really loves Baby Shark. Like, it's a great song.
Jesus.
Yeah, so
classic.
Yeah, that'll, if we ever make it big, they'll be like, "Little did you know that Sammy was on this,"
What about you, Liam? I know Dirty Casuals are your only band. Like, kind of, have you any? Do you write other material for other genres that you'd like to see the light, or?
I'm, to be honest, more into rock rather than metal.
Yeah.
So I've been working on something since I was like 15. I've been thinking of doing something with a
collection of songs, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know when that will be happening, but
yeah, it's great to have something else kind of on the side, I suppose. I mean, you look at Jack as well from Corrosi, and Dahi.
Yeah.
What they're going to do, I can't wait to see that. Actually, it'll be really interesting.
It'll be something else anyway.
Yeah, and they're teasing it out, aren't they?
That's always a good way, kind of like just give a little bit, make it more.
So of course they're I wonder, is that their debut gig actually? Will it be the Siege, or do you know? Are they playing a Cork one before that?
No, I don't think they're playing a Cork one, that's to the best of my knowledge anyway. So it should be the Siege.
Yeah. Have you heard any sneak?
No, I haven't really. I like to. I'm a bit busy at the moment, so I kind of I've been keeping low, keeping my ear to the ground, seeing what I can figure out for myself.
Yeah.
Busy as well with gigs and stuff like that. And
like, you're happy enough to play guitar and you can play bass as well.
I can. I attempt to play bass. I wouldn't say I'm definitely not the best bass player in the world. 90% of it is the show. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I look like I'm very confident in what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, definitely, any man that can wear a dress or play in his boxers, knows what he's doing.
Wait till you see what I'm wearing on Saturday.
Oh really? Yeah. Is it a special one?
Special leftover from my hospital surgery. Yeah.
Classic, man. And have you any upcoming gigs that you want to shout out for as well?
Well, definitely the Grunts anyway have us for the 5th of September in Crane Lane.
Cool.
It's ourselves, the Grunts, Stefano Giams and Just Ken.
Okay.
Just Ken, no one else.
That's in the Crane Lane.
That's in the Crane Lane on the 5th of September, so
nice one.
That'll be something else. Hopefully we get barred.
So that's it, lads. I'm really looking forward to the new stuff and hearing it, what it sounds like in a studio as well, which should be interesting,
Be interesting enough. Anyway, I'm looking forward to bringing it out. I've been happier with this more so than all the other releases.
Yeah.
Just really want to get it out there.
Yeah, and as I said, be sure to give us a shout and we'll big it up for you as much as I can from my side anyway here,
We'll do the same for yourself as always.
Yeah, cool, lads. So you've been listening to the fantastic and wonderful Jim and Liam from
Dirty Casuals.
Dirty Casuals, exactly. And you can check out the Metal Cell on Facebook, and you can contact me at themetalcell@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram as well, and I also have a YouTube channel, so check that out as well. So lads, wish you nothing but success. Thanks for taking the time to come down and nearly missing the rendezvous point. Classic.
Thanks for the cans.
And yeah,
thanks for the tea.
And thanks for the can tea. They are very good. Okay, so that's it. Over and out.